Today we're going to talk about fractional linear equations. This is our first day of our new material. So if I have a fraction in my linear equation like I have here, I'm going to start out by distributing my 1/8. So I'm going to distribute my 1/8 to both of these. So I get 2 equals 6x times 1/8 is 6x over 8. And then negative 24 times 1/8 is like negative 24 over 8. Now, you can reduce that, but what you can also do is, I understand that we all don't really like fractions, so we can get rid of it by multiplying everything by 8. And if I do that, 8 times 2 is 16, and when I multiply this when I distribute this, it gets rid of the denominator. So I get 6x minus 24. And now I have just a regular linear equation that I can solve, where I add 24 to both sides, and I get 40 equals 6x divided by 6. And 40 divided by 6 is 6 2/3. This needs to be an exact answer. So this is actually going to be 20/3. Now you can start out by getting rid of the fractions in the very beginning. So for example, in this question, I can multiply both sides by 5, and I would get 55 equals, and what happens here is I'm just going to get rid of the 5 here in the 3/5, so I get 3 times 6x plus 10. This is another way you can do it. And now, as you can see, I can just distribute my 3, and I get 55 equals 18x plus 30. Subtract the 30. I have 25 equals 18x, and divide by 18. And again, you want to make sure that you've reduced your fraction as much as it can go. The only factors of 25 are 5 and 5. So my answer is actually just 25/18 is x. Linear equations with decimals are really similar. You can start out by distributing. So, for example, in this first one, I would distribute this -2, and I would have negative 9x plus 6x minus 3.7 times 2 is 7.4 plus 2 equals 10x plus 1.6. And then you just combine your like terms and solve. So like negative 9 and 6x is negative 3x minus 7.4. Actually negative 7.4 plus 2 is negative 5.4 equals 10x plus 1.6. I'm going to add 5.4 to both sides. I have negative 3x equals 10x plus 7. 5.4 plus 1.6 is 7. Subtract 10x. And you have negative 13x equals 7. And when you divide, because they gave you decimals in your question, you're going to need decimals in your answer. So 7 divided by negative 13, they'll tell you to probably go to the nearest hundredth. So this would become x is negative 0.54. So this next one, again, the same idea. I'm going to distribute my negative here. So if negative 9 plus 2x equals 6x plus 4.5 plus 3.1. Combine my like terms. And I have negative 9 plus 2x equals 6x plus 7.6. Subtract 7.6 from both sides. There's lots of ways you could do this, but this becomes negative 16.6 plus 2x equals 6x. Subtract 2x. Negative 16.6 equals 4x. And again, they're going to want it in decimals because they gave you decimals as your question. So I have here, when I divide by 4, I get 4.15 is x. And I have one more example. Start out by distributing my 5 and my 5.3. So I have 3x plus 5x plus 5 equals negative 7.1x plus 5.3 times 3 is 15.9 plus 5.3 times 2 is 10.6. I'm going to combine my like terms that are already on the same side. So I have 8x plus 5 equals negative 7.1 plus 15.9 is 8.8 x plus 10.6. I'm going to subtract 8x. So I have 5 equals 0.8x plus 10.6. Subtract 10.6. And I get negative 5.6 equals 0.8x, and negative 5.86 divided by 0.8 is actually 7. So this is negative 7 is x. So this is all B review for you. So you have Delta Math homework due Monday. Good luck.